Welcome to the part 4 of web development tutorial for beginners.
Yes,
Okay, now come to the Kerberos. Kerberos is basically network authentication protocol. Okay, it is basically a list of rules that are being developed for a network authentication. So everyone will go through these protocols or follow these rules to have some authentication process. It is developed in MIT, basically university based on USA, and it has strong cryptographic techniques that makes it more secure, that makes our servers more secure or data more secure over the internet. And it has a functionality where we have learned about public keys, which is publicly, basically anyone with the basic knowledge can access those keys. It has a new functionality which is a private shared keys. The keys are basically private and only be shared with the people that who belong to the organization. Okay, use tickets to authenticate. It uses tickets to authenticate it. Basically authentication takes place on the basis of a ticket. It basically takes a ticket and then submit it, or then validate the ticket first and then validate the data. Never sends password over the network. It does not send password over the network. So basically anyone who have a private access to the server will have the password. Single sign-on approach for network authentication. So basically whoever have the password can sign on or sign in on the server and goes through the authentication process. Now come to the database technology. If we go to that, my main goal is that I will be teaching you about the front end development because it is easier and faster to learn. When you go to the server side coding, it is a bit complex for a person with no computer background, but not that much complex. It involves PHP scripting and database technology. Database is basically a query based language, MySQL. Okay, database driven backend infrastructure. Basically, database is basically a backend infrastructure which includes all the data in a proper logical manner. Logical manner means it has a unique table. Every entry will have a unique ID and save on it in a specific place. Like I want to save a person, the person's detail, so I will create a table inside my database, which like I will write a command create table information. Okay, so information will have attributes. First row is first name, last name, then father's name, and then date of birth, then address. Okay, so everything that user will input in the form that is designed in HTML input will be taken to the server which has my database. Okay, through in by using PHP will take that information from the form written in HTML and match that with the database saved inside the server. Okay, so and it will save that person's information and give him a unique ID. Every entry will have a unique ID so that it will not mix up, because there are many persons who have who have name Ryan or Amina. Okay, so when I differentiate them on the basis of IDs, I can access different person at different time with the same name. Okay, Content is independent from design. Database does not need any designing or any user interaction. Okay, basically database is designed by the developers and is accessed only by the developer. Only developers can access the database. Okay, so only designer who design the database give access to the developer so that developer can access this whole database thing. So basically the web design the web page or website that we will be designing includes at least 3 to 4 people. First person is the person who is a web designer. Okay, web designer. Second is first front end developer who have skills in HTML, CSS, JavaScript and their libraries like React, Bootstrap. Okay, it will make that design more interactive and attractive and more user friendly and more accessible by the server side developer. So then the whole code will go to the third person. Third person is server side coder. Okay, the server side coder basically design the database. If the server side coder does not have expertise in the database designing or database creation, then there will be another person who is a database designer or data creator, database administrator. Okay, so the PHP developer will synchronize the input data from front end with the database on the server. So the fifth person will be the network administrator who configure the server so that our website will run smoothly on internet. Okay, so basically when we design smaller websites or website for smaller organization, we do not need all 5 of these. Okay, so when you practice for 1 year in development field, you will be able to design whole website on your own. Okay, so you can design this whole website doing web server configuration. Basic configuration is very easy, you do not need an expert for that. Okay, CGI and PHP are widely used to access database like described earlier, provide the flexibility of data storage. So basically you can take that data that is stored inside that database and can save that into another server by creating database on another server. So there is no chance of that you can make the database portable. You can say that this is a portable data. You can transfer your data from one server to another and access that data anywhere around the world. Popular database for web system is MySQL, MSQL, Cold Fusion. MS Access is basically when you access Microsoft, when you download Microsoft Office, MS Access is inside. And Oracle is basically simple software that only deals with database. It does not have any you can design your school's database in Oracle if you know simple query making techniques. Okay, SCS database driven site use MySQL. SCS is basically an organization, so they use most of the web developers use MySQL for database development. Example of SCS database driven sites are also provided inside the Google. You can just write SCS in the search field and search all those websites there. Great database package for handling text. Okay, drawback is that view you do not have view of database. Okay, only the developer will have view of database multi-master replication. If the database developer does not differentiate between the different tables by using unique ID, then there will be a chance of replication of data locking. Locking is another thing that if any person or developer makes mistake and add password to it, it will lock the whole system and it will not be accessed by any other person. So your whole data will be lost. Support for subqueries, character set handling is there. MySQL.com, go to MySQL.com to get more information about MySQL, what kind of queries you will use for server-side coding. Now come to the XML and XLT. XSLT. Extensible style sheet language transformation is designed to use as a part of extensible style language. Style sheet language for XML is basically an extensible markup language style sheet. It is used to design and designing to the XML code. Okay, like HTML, we have added CSS to the HTML. XSLT is also designed to be used independently of XSL. So basically you do not need to code XSL, you can code only in XSLT. XSLT is basically a CSS, like CSS is for HTML, for XML we use XSLT, works under the umbrella of XML. You can get example from this language. Java applet. Java applet is basically simple bits of code. These are pre-compiled code already included in HTML page by the tag of applet code file name dot class list of parameters. List of parameters are basically, these are the rules that you define to integrate your application with the HTML website. Like most of the website have their own application, like Facebook. You have Android application of Facebook. This Facebook application is basically communicating with the web application that is a website of Facebook. So basically they are using XML or JSON or Java to add parameters to make them interact with one another or coordinate or create a coordination between application and website. The class is executed by client's browser JVM. JVM is Java Virtual Machine. This is a code written in Java. Java archive bundle multiple files into a single archive file. jar is a, you have ever heard about a compressible file? You need to decompress that in a RAR application when you install some game or anything. This is basically a compressible file that compress all the file into a single archive file. So you can send single file to the person and that person decompress that file and get the bundle of multiple files. Now come to the Flash. Flash is an older technique of multimedia web development. You have you ever played games online on a website?
Yes.
So these games are developed in Flash. Flash is basically a scripting language that adds script to the website. It manipulates audio, video, animation, and flashy web content. Basically, these websites takes time. Whenever you try to play a game online on a website in the web browser, you see that it takes time to load the game. Yes.
Yes.
So basically, these websites run on Flash. These websites based upon Flash scripting. It includes 3D graphics and sometimes 2D graphics. 2D graphics it takes less time to load and are more faster than that of 3D graphics. Okay, so Macromedia is a company which provide you with the development tool which deals with the Flash language. Okay, performance on low bandwidth is an issue. If you have internet with very low speed, it is an issue for you to run the Flash website. So nowadays very uh, rarely people or developer uses Flash to develop website. Server, web server, and load balancing. Server is basically developed by Sun Corporation and high-end Intel operating system that includes the server, and that are including in servers are Solaris, Linux, and Windows. These are the operating systems that runs on server computers. Okay, Windows also have Windows Server. It comes with the name of Windows Server, which have all the services of server. You can configure and add your website data on it. Linux is another operating system that is used by developer, and Solaris is also. These are complex systems, Solaris and Linux. It can not be used by a simple users easily. Web servers, you have Apache, IIS, Sun1, and Enterprise. You can rent space on web servers. Okay, if you want to build your own server, you can build your own server and install Windows Server operating system, Linux, and Solaris on it. If you want a web server, Apache, IIS, Enterprise, and Sun1 will provide you with all the pre-configured services. You do not have to configure everything. You do not have to go through the whole process. Apache and these companies will provide you with the services, and around about it they take $2 per year for managing your website. Load balancing, commercial versus non-commercial products. Basically, you categorize all these things and access them accordingly, and buy the server space accordingly. If you have commercial website, you will need more space to save your data on it. Okay, voice XML, voice extensible markup language, designed for creating ideal dialogue that features synthesized speech. So whenever you access some website, it gives you feedback in voice. Like you have Android Assistant, Google Assistant on your Android phone. This is basically some sort of artificial assistant for you. So basically that audio dialogue is is coded by some language. For websites, we used voice XML to do these things. Okay, digitized audio, like robotic audio, recognition of spoken and DTMF. It means that you can speak. Like I want my browser to do something, I will say open google.com. It will recognize what I have spoken and perform that activity. Okay, recording of spoken input, telephony, and mix initiative conversation. Like you have some online on in Facebook, we can call one another. Okay, on through chat. Okay, when we send our voice messages, these voice messages are decoded by voice XML, and they can write, they can read or spoken language accordingly and deliver the output to the another user. These are the links that you can use whenever you want to learn about some new things. The best one is W3 Schools, the third one. This is for the beginners. Okay, so this is the end of our session today. Next thing that we do, I have already prepared that HTML coding slides, but the time is up, so we can learn that in next session, where we will code our first code. Okay, so in next session we will install our interpreter or compiler or text editor on which we will run our code. Okay.
Subscribe for more videos. Thank you.